All right, this is the Montessori screwdriver board. Let's just kind of show you how you might use this, or how a kid might use this. I would say you'd probably give this to them, and maybe you give them some sort of task to do. But what they're going to end up doing is just, probably immediately start screwing stuff down into different holes. Maybe, and I don't know if some holes go in further than others. Like that one actually feels like this going in further here than it did over there. But this is a little bit task oriented. Like tell them maybe, all right, you got to get all these completely screwed down as tight as you can. And then they're going to put one in here. And this one they're going to have to figure out to use a screwdriver. And it's a reversible screwdriver. It's got a flat head and a Phillips head. And they'll have to use this. And I imagine, kids are going to have a little bit. It's small, so it's really hard on my big hands. But they may not know to hold it. And I'm really not holding it. And it's screwing down. And then you've got another, eyelet screw, like a hook, and I imagine some kids are going to want to do this, kind of thing, which, that's fine. So they're going to screw that down. So maybe you're giving this to them just to calm them down. Hey, go screw in all these and screw them all out and put them back into the holes. Another one here. This one's going to require this wrench. I'm not real sure why it's got two sides, because this one doesn't seem to fit any of the ones that it came with, but maybe that's just part of the challenge, is figuring out which one, fits it. And I'm wondering actually just how hard it's a long ways to go down too. Like, especially if they're using this, which I guess only does fit on one way. Yeah, it doesn't fit on. Yeah, there we go. And I can still do this with my hands. You get the idea. A wing nut screw to go on. And then there's a Phillips head screw that they'll need to figure out how to get that one in there, which, they'll need to flip this around and go into the Phillips head mode and screw it down. And then last but not least, we have the hex key screw here, which I assume, both sides fit. So if they want to do it this way, round and round, or the other way, they can. I think this is the one they'll have the most fun with, because I think these are always fun. Of course, now we're hitting those, so they have to problem solve and, try it this direction to get it all the way down. And then, of course, your next step will be, all right, you got to take them all back out and put them back where it came from. And maybe you tell them to do it in certain orders. So I think as a teacher, this is a nice creative way to use some hand-eye coordination. It's tactical as well. And what I mean, I hope I'm saying that right. You have to use a lot of feeling in your hands to use this and do this. But yeah, a challenge for some, for sure. I'm hopefully going to get them out of there pretty quick in nature. Those all go in there, and I think when we got it, I don't know if this one, I don't know if they all fit down in that. I don't think they did. I think some of them were in the other one. Yeah, I guess that one actually would fit there. But yeah, great toy. It goes in and out really easily. They're not crazy long, but I could see how, for a child, this is going to take a little bit of effort, but they can have fun with it, seeing how tight they can get them down, or, maybe you tell them to do it in certain order, or something of that nature. But yeah, great toy here from Panda Brothers. It all fits nicely into here and can nicely go back into the box.